A high-stakes naval standoff is quiet under the waves, but on May 21, 2026, Japan made a decisive move that shifted the entire balance of power in the East China Sea. The Maritime Self-Defense Force officially commissioned the JS Natori FFM-9 at the Mitsubishi Heavy Industries shipyard in Nagasaki, instantly placing this stealth frigate onto the front lines of a high-stakes undersea chess match. Japan faces a grim reality where its shrinking population has severely drained military recruitment, leaving no room for tactical errors as adversarial subsurface fleets continuously probe the first island chain. Tokyo cannot afford to back down, and failure to secure these volatile waters means risking the blockade of its vital southwestern trade arteries. This leaves a critical question hanging over the Pacific. Can a single heavily automated warship neutralize a massive fleet of quiet hostile attack submarines before the next flashpoint ignites? The arrival of the JS Natori FFM-9 fundamentally rewrites the naval doctrine of the region, acting as a stealthy sensor node designed specifically to break the anti-access area denial umbrella of its rivals. Stationed with the Patrol and Defense Squadron 5 at Aminato, this 5,500-ton platform converts dry technical data into lethal reality. By utilizing its advanced OQQ-25 variable depth and towed array sonar system, the vessel slices through complex thermal layers in the ocean to hunt down hostile diesel-electric submarines. Armed with 16 Mark 41 vertical launch system cells pre-installed from day one, it commands a multi-domain strike envelope capable of deploying navalized Chu-SAM air defense missiles and long-range anti-submarine weapons across hundreds of miles of deep water, safeguarding strategic maritime choke points like the Miyako Strait. Before we go on, do you think automated warships like the JS Natori can truly offset a shortage of naval personnel during a prolonged maritime conflict? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Subscribe to the channel for deep defense insights and tell me where you are watching from. To fully comprehend why this new asset is a game changer, we must dive deep into the specific engineering that defines the Mogami class. The vessel strips away the bloated crew requirements of 20th century surface combatants by utilizing an ultra-futuristic circular combat information center. This command hub acts as a multi-domain nervous system, blending real-time technical intelligence into a 360-degree panoramic screen. By combining digital automation with artificial intelligence, Tokyo has slashed the required crew down to just 90 personnel. In physical terms, this allows Japan to maintain a permanent frontline presence in the East China Sea while operating under severe domestic manpower constraints. It is a calculated masterclass in military efficiency, transforming a medium-sized hull into a highly independent, lethal patrol node. Beneath the waterline lies the true sting of this platform, a specialized anti-submarine suite engineered to shatter adversarial undersea superiority. The OQQ-25 active and passive variable depth and towed array sonar system gives the crew the power to peer through blind zones created by shifting sea temperatures. On the geopolitical map, this capability translates into an iron curtain dropped across critical choke points, stripping away the invisibility of quiet diesel-electric attack submarines that attempt to slip past the first island chain. Unlike earlier ships of this class that required late-stage overhauls, this particular vessel sailed out of the shipyard with 16 Mark 41 vertical launch system cells pre-loaded into its bow. This means it can immediately project power across vast maritime sectors, launching advanced Type 17 anti-ship missiles and long-range torpedo-carrying rockets to intercept threats long before they can threaten the mainland. Given these heavy automated design choices, does relying so heavily on centralized software and small crews leave a vessel uniquely vulnerable if a strike disrupts its network infrastructure? The strategic deployment of this advanced stealth platform sends shockwaves across the entire Indo-Pacific geopolitical landscape, directly challenging regional anti-access area denial bubbles. By anchoring this high-tech hunter near the northern gateway of the first island chain, Tokyo alters the naval calculus for adversarial fleets operating out of eastern ports. No longer can opposing submarines slip into deep Pacific waters unnoticed. This dense sensor web effectively creates a choke point bottleneck, giving the United States and Japan alliance an unprecedented operational picture. Furthermore, the ripple effects extend far south. As Japan accelerates the deployment of these automated platforms, Tokyo frees up older assets like the Abukuma-class destroyer escorts for transfer to regional partners like Philippines, generating a coordinated, multi-layered defensive front that complicates adversarial naval ambitions across both the East and South China Seas. Naturally, this rapid naval modernization draws sharp responses from regional rivals. Opposing commanders view the combination of stealth design and immediate Mark 41 vertical launch system capability as an offensive provocation rather than a defensive upgrade. State media networks in neighboring capitals have criticized Tokyo for expanding its defense budget and pushing the boundaries of its pacifist constitution. In response, regional adversaries have increased the tempo of their gray zone operations, deploying massive, heavily armed Coast Guard cutters and specialized electronic intelligence, gathering ships to shadow these new Japanese vessels. This creates a highly volatile environment where tactical data networks are constantly jammed, probed, and tested under real-world conditions. The presence of this automated warship has drawn a clear line in the sand, forcing every military power in the region to reassess their maritime strike doctrines. Will this aggressive networking of allied naval assets deter regional expansion, or will it simply provoke rivals into deploying massive non-military maritime militias to overwhelm automated defenses? While this sleek vessel secures its place in the Pacific Fleet, a major structural blind spot remains unaddressed by mainstream media. The extreme automation of this platform relies on an innovative multi-crew operational framework, meaning 3 distinct teams of sailors rotate to operate 2 separate warships. While this solves the immediate manpower deficit, it shatters the traditional bond between a crew and their specific ship, severely complicating emergency onboard maintenance during extended, high-intensity deployments. If a highly coordinated cyber warfare strike disrupts the central data network during a multi-domain confrontation, a minimal crew of 90 sailors could find themselves overwhelmed, struggling to manually override complex automated systems under fire. This structural fragility creates an hidden operational vulnerability that adversarial naval planners are undoubtedly analyzing. In conclusion, the induction of this advanced warship proves that modern naval warfare is no longer defined by the sheer size of a fleet, but by the density of its digital networks and its technological agility. Japan has successfully weaponized automation to project critical anti-submarine power across the East China Sea, temporarily neutralizing the quantitative advantage of its rivals. However, this high-tech shield is only as strong as the software and logistical chains supporting it. As the region transitions into an era of automated attrition, the ultimate lesson is that technology can supplement human personnel, but it cannot entirely eliminate the chaotic unpredictability of actual combat. The maritime chessboard has been rearranged, and the initiative now rests on how the opposition adapts to this stealthy, software-driven reality. As the balance of power shifts toward automated warfare, will this high-tech approach inspire regional rivals to invest heavily in cyber weapons rather than traditional hulls to paralyze allied networks?